morning, YouTube. Welcome back to Fern Valley Farms YouTube channel. My name is Vince. If you're new to this channel, we are pure country on this channel. Everything is animals and country and farms and beekeeping. That's what today's video is about. Today's video is about another beekeeping video. If you haven't seen any of them, check them all out. They're really good. Plus some other farm-related stuff. And check out a horseman's vlog, which is kind of a new channel I started. Haven't put too much on it. Just can't decide which way I want to go with it. You know, exactly what I want to put on it. And I mean, do you really want to get up in the morning and watch me drink a cup of coffee? I mean, I'm trying to put stuff on there. A lot of interesting things happen on a farm with animals. I'm a horseshoer, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to put a bunch of that kind of stuff on. So I just can't decide which way to go. But anyways, check it out, a horseman's vlog on YouTube. Anyway, we're going to get to beekeeping here. Today's video is, for all you beekeepers, it's up here in northern Illinois. I always like to give people an idea. I'm about 70 miles, Chicago's that way, 70 miles west of Chicago, northern Illinois. It's winter, well, it's coming. It's not officially winter, but it's getting cold out. Today's pretty nice now. But we've had some pretty cold weather. And obviously, when you're keeping bees, you got to make sure your bees go into winter with a lot of stores, meaning a lot of honey stored up inside their hive. We take their honey away. We harvest it in August, and then you got to let them build it back up because they need to survive through the winter. Well, a little bit of insurance and added insurance is sugar. You can make sugar cakes. You can make sugar cakes. You can make sugar candy, which I don't do. It's just it's a lot. You got to make sugar candy. I've never even tried it. You gotta boil it. It's got to be at a certain temperature, and it's just a lot of work. You could basically get the same results with just straight sugar. Some guys will take newspaper and put it on top of the hive, and then just pour the sugar. It also works as a really good moisture absorbent, because you don't want moisture in your hive. Moisture will kill your bees. Cold will not necessarily kill your bees, but moisture will. So sugar will actually help absorb some of the moisture in the hive. You don't want any condensation building up in your hive, especially when it's cold out. It's so warm in there, they'll build up condensation. If there's no way for that to escape, it'll freeze. It'll get frost on the inside of your hive, and then when you get a warm day, it'll melt and drip, and there you go. It'll drip, kill your bees, you're done. So you want to prevent that. Insulated inner covers. I've done videos on that kind of stuff. I am going to, when I open my hive, I'm going to show that. When I did put my insulated inner covers on, I was in a hurry because I had to leave. I just popped them on and got them on. But when I go to put this stuff in, I'll show you guys what that looks like. So you want to do something to try and prevent the condensation. There's all kind of different ways. I use insulated inner covers. It's 1-inch foam, which I'll show you. There's a vent hole. The vent hole, the air can escape. There's no condensation. But the sugar will also help suck up some of that moisture also. Put the dry sugar in there, it'll absorb the moisture, and it'll suck up the moisture in the hive. It'll turn rock hard, but the bees will still eat it. So that's one way too to help get moisture out of your hive. That's not why I'm doing it, because I got the insulation on it. It vents really well. I had no issues, knock on wood, especially last year. This is extra insurance, because like what happens is they build up all that honey, they store it, well then they just start eating it. Well, when it's gone, like I said, moisture necessarily, or cold won't kill your bees, but moisture will, and starvation will. I shouldn't say cold wouldn't. If you ain't got a big enough cluster in your hive, if there's not enough bees in there, that could cause a problem. So like I said, we take away their honey, and you want to give them a little bit extra insurance, and it's the sugar. Like I said, cold necessarily will not kill your bees. Moisture will, and starvation will. You get to about, especially up here, if you live somewhere down south or way south where it's warm all the time, it's not as much of an issue as it is for us up here, or even farther north. Starvation could be a big problem. If your bees if they run out of honey and you ain't got nothing in there, they're going to starve. One thing to keep in mind is make sure you get it in there. I was going to wait. A friend of mine, me and him were talking the other day. He's going to do his soon. I'm like, yeah, good point. I'm just going to get it in there and put it in there, because this way it's in. If I try and, generally you don't usually need it till maybe January, February. But I'm going to put it in there because if the weather is really bad, you don't want to open your hives, obviously. Let all that heat out. and whatever. So I'm gonna do it soon. It's my whole point to this story. I'm just gonna do it soon. I'm not gonna wait, because if you wait and wait for good weather, what happens if the good weather doesn't come? And you're waiting for good weather. All of a sudden your bees are hungry because there's nothing to eat. Pretty soon your bees die because they starve. So I'm just gonna get them in there soon. It's about the middle of November now. These videos I'm trying to get out right away. Some of the other stuff is not as crucial, but some of these, like right now, insulating, feeding, I'm trying to get these out right now, especially for beginners that are learning. You got to get this stuff done, prevent any issues. And I'm going to show you what I got. Actually, I'll show you when I do that on the hive. Let me show you how I mix this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix Ultra Bee pollen substitute, if I can open it, in with the dry sugar. All right, hold on. It's going to fight me here. Ultra Bee is a really good pollen substitute. I have that outside. I have it outside in the feeders out there, so there's a warm day, the bees can go out and fly. This is one of the best ones. This is probably one of the best products out as far as pollen substitute. The bees love it. The weather warms up, they get out flying, they're all over this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a half a cup of Ultra Bee to 4 pounds of sugar. I've got 4 that I'm going to feed right now. So I am going to put, this is a 2 cup measuring cup. So I'm going to measure a 1 cup, and I should have brought something down here to stir it with, which I didn't. Let's see here. That's 1 cup. So you got a cup? Okay. And all I'm going to do, I got myself a brand new bucket. It's clean. There's nothing in it. This way, there's nothing in it. I don't want to use an old bucket for this in case there's some kind of a chemical or some kind of residue or some kind of something in it. So I just want a brand new bucket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix 4 pounds. I'm going to mix, we have 12 pounds. These are 4-pound bags, half a pound of pollen substitute per 4 pounds of sugar. And just dump it in. Just dump it in. Let me get something to stir this with. I'm going to mix this up. I am going to show you guys how I'm going to do this, and then when we get out to the hives, obviously, I'm going to I'll show you when I put this in, but all I'm doing is just mixing this up. Not a big deal. Nothing fancy. And pretty soon here, I think today's supposed to be kind of nice out. I don't have time to do this today. I got to leave later this morning, but during the week here, I'm going to pick a sunny day when the sun's out there beating on the hives, and I'm going to get out there and put this in. All right, let me mix another cup. So I'm doing a half a cup, which is that's too much. I'm doing a half a cup per 4 pounds, so obviously 1 cup. Like I said, the bees really like this stuff. This is really good stuff. My how do I say that? My period correct YouTube studio. This room, this area here, I tried to make this as period correct as possible. I'm really into old Western history and the Old West and all that kind of stuff. And this is my new. It's still kind of being worked on a little bit, but this is like my new YouTube studio in the basement. Okay. Get the lid on this. You can pick this stuff up at Man Lake or out of the bee supply company. This is really good stuff. The bees really, really like this. This out of the way. This out of the way. And just mix it up. And that's all there is to it. Nothing fancy. You don't got to be precise. There's just the pollen substitutes in there. You know, you can do pollen patties for the winter. as you get closer to spring, I put the pollen patties in there. That'll start to boost brood production. That'll give them all the vitamins and nutrients and everything that they need. But this, why the bees are eating this sugar, will be eating the pollen substitute at the same time, so they'll be getting it as they need it, when they need it, which is really, really good. You want to keep your bees healthy and strong best you can. So this Ultra Bee is really good pollen substitute mixed with the sugar. So here's their feed. Here's their feed with their pollen substitute mixed in. And I'm going to basically put, and you know what I forgot to do? I was going to measure out, well, it doesn't really matter. I was going to measure out what 4 pounds of sugar is, how many cups it is, because how many, yeah, I forgot. That's okay, I can get it. I have to get more anyway, so. I was going to try and put 4 pounds in each hive, but I'll just divide it evenly. So, and then what I'm going to do, if you've seen my video on this, I made these I call these a screen feeder, I guess. What this is quarter inch wire, just a 1x4 box, same size, obviously, as your hive. I've got a board down the middle for support. But what you can do is you put this in, and there's a upper entrance on this also. So you got your deep box, you got your inner cover. This goes on top of that, and your insulated inner cover goes on top of that. Well, you got your inner cover that's got mine have 3 holes in them because I build my own. The bees can come through that, and then you can put your feed in here. Like last winter, I put sugar cakes in here. You can put your sugar cakes, pollen patties. The bees come right through it, and there you go. And this thing is right. I love this thing. It's rock solid. But I'm going to do something different this year. Instead of making the sugar cakes, I'm going to just, like I said, just do the dry sugar. Instead of putting newspaper, I just got these little cheap little, like when you go to a cafeteria, you got your lunch tray, or in school. That's what these are, but these are a smaller version of it. This isn't the full size. But look, that fits in there perfect. See that? That's going to fit in there perfect. The bees can come. Well, get this up here. It fits in there so the bees can come around the outside and come right up in. The nice thing about this is it's solid. It ain't newspaper. It ain't going to make a mess, and there's obviously a little lip on it, so the sugar's not going to fall out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this on top of the hive, put this in, pour the sugar on it. I'm good to go. So, but yeah, I wanted to measure out how many cups 4 pounds of sugar was, which I can still do that. I can grab one more bag. No, I probably, if I try and put it in the bag and try and measure it, I'll just make a mess. So I could do that too. I could dump it in the bag. And maybe I can just do that and just see what it comes. Anyways, I'm talking to myself. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So when we get outside to do this, I will do a video of this, putting this in. But half a cup of sugar, half a cup of pollen substitute, 4 pounds of sugar. Mix it all up. Get your bees fed. Make sure. Like I said, just a good piece of advice. I'm not telling you what to do, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out there soon. It ain't going to hurt. If they want it, it's there. If they don't want it, they're not going to touch it. But at least it's in there. So if the weather, because sooner or later, like here anyway, it's going to get really lousy. It's going to start raining, or it's going to start snowing and be cold and blowing. Then it ain't going to let up, or it's just going to be so cold. You don't want to open your hives when it's that cold out. Like I said, let all that heat out. So this way it's already in there, you don't got to worry about it. It could be snowing and blowing, you can look out at your hives and see them sitting out there all snow drifted in or blowed in, but know that there's feed in there. That's the most important thing. Your bees have to be fed. You don't want them to die of starvation. That'll come, I think late winter, early spring, you don't want that. So anyways, that's it. Hopefully you like this idea, give it a try. This should work great. There's no reason this shouldn't work. I went with the smaller ones because I wanted to make sure there's enough room. I wanted to make sure there's enough room around the outside for the bees to come through this to get at that. So this should work beautiful. It really should. So when I get outside to put these in, I will show you guys what it looks like. And that's it. So any questions, comments, please leave them. Hopefully you like this video. Consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Like I said, check out A Horseman's Vlog. It's kind of a new channel. Like I said, I'm not sure what kind of stuff I'm going to put on there, but hopefully you'll like it. Give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Like I said, hit the subscribe button. If you do subscribe, there's a little bell next to that subscribe button. Click that bell. You'll get notified every time a video comes out. And when we get out there to put this in the hives, we will go outside and put this in. It should be this week. So Stay tuned, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.